to my channel. Today I'm here for the May Crazy Kit or Crazy Craft Obsession as part of their design team. I am going to be using the 49 Market Plum Grove Orchard page, which is absolutely gorgeous, and the back is absolutely gorgeous as well. I'm going to be using this side. I'm also going to be bringing in the laser cut elements from 49 Market, as well as using the Pink Fresh Magnolia stamp set. Today I am photographing a photo of this little Daisy, which is a friend's dog that I used to spend a lot of time with, and you're going to have a laugh when I put through the title for this one. Now, basically I'm going to put this photo in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out some of these elements so I can tuck the photo behind it. So I have already started this process because I didn't want you to watch me have to do all of it. But basically you just take your knife. I'm using a surgical knife. I figure if it's good enough for a surgeon to cut people, it's good enough for me to cut paper. And you just cut along the line that you want to stick at all. Now, obviously you don't want to cut yourself, and this 49 Market paper is tough, so sometimes you have to go over it a couple of times. Then you can lift it. Just make sure your finger's not underneath if you're going to do what I just did then. So then what we can do is I'll pop up the ones that and we can slide this photo in. Just cut this up a little bit further. More fussy cutting. Cass should definitely be proud. Not a lot on this one though. Just cut it as far as we need it. Very awkward. I feel very awkward. I'm sure I look just as awkward. So that. Bring that in there. And he can sit. That's just coming over the edge of the photo. Now, this beautiful stamp set with the beautiful magnolias on it is all as one stamp set. And you can definitely use it like that, and I did, and I started colouring in and fussy cutting, but I changed my mind and I want to go a different direction. Now, the problem is, having this stamp all together is going to make that hard. So I'm actually going to cut this stamp up. And don't cringe, it's not that frightening, it's actually very easy, it's just a very soft polymer. And you just cut around the ones, just making sure that you don't cut into any stamp. And then you've got individual stamps to use. Now what I'll also do off camera after is I'll trim all the little excess bits and make it a bit smooth so that they don't, get in the way of anything. But just for now, I think they should all just work as they are. You can have a little bit more flexibility as to what you use. Now I am just going to be stamping in black. I'm just making a few, stamps around the outside. I think I'll use my distress inks just because they're handy. I'll use my black soot. These off to the side, especially my sharp instrument. Grab some scrap paper. Just to make sure that it's going to work okay. Just a fine line, and that's the look I'm going for. Just going to grab my pencil and make a bit of a mark underneath where this photo is, so that I'm not wasting my time stamping where my photo is going to go. Don't mind tucking it under. Possibly good. A half flower, smaller. Go to one of the leaves. Stamp a few leaves. Just pop this back on top, make sure that alright with that. And I think put some of these leaves. Too well. Well, we might have to cover him up with some other bits and pieces. Alright. But I think that serves the purpose that I wanted it to. One of these coming up here. That's there. Alright. So that will stick there. And then I will bring some of these laser cut elements in. And the colours just are so gorgeous in this collection, really rich. And these laser cut elements pop out quite easily, especially considering how fine they are. But you do just need to be very gentle. Let's pop out one of these bigger ones, make it a bit easier. this one here that I've been trying to pop out is a really, really fine one. So what I've found previously is if you cut around it, you have a little bit more control. You can cut off the bits, oops, I'm out of zone here, cut off the bits that you don't need. I'm just going to chop around this. And we can really get a bit more control, especially these little pretty fine ones. Love the purple colours. Really, I just want a few clusters, embellish this so that it sort of goes across the page for me. If you haven't got your hands on one of these kits yet, make sure that you do, because all the elements just go together so beautifully and you do not want to miss out. This is such a beautiful cluster. I really think we could cut it in half and have it popping out on two sides of this. So you could perhaps go up there, and then maybe down here. No, I think maybe on this side. There's no point in having half this beautiful element tucked up underneath. And to give him a little bit of length. Well, watching back my videos last time, apparently all the elements on my page are him because that's what I call them. Don't ask me why, but that seems to be. Now, I might bring in one of the other beautiful colours. Maybe this brown. Just such beautiful collections. Almost got it. There we go. Last little bit. The only problem is I love these elements so much. I'm always very sad when I have used them up. Now this is a really big, I think I can pop him off there because he's bending anyway. I could use that on that side. And then we've got this to use up here on that side. And we're still going to try and tuck him underneath this little red bit that we're going to lift back up again. But I'm just trying to work out where I want all these flowers to go. Now, another little floral element. I wonder whether he can be tucked in under here. I feel like I'm missing something there. What have we got? Let's look at this. Maybe a couple of these little still see some of the outlines of the stamping, but it's not so in your face and looking so plain. Quite liking that. Now, I do think we need a couple of extra butterflies on this one, since there was already one on the page. So I'm going to grab this pinky red one that matches the other one and have that one in the corner there. But I also think I'd like to grab maybe this brown one here. Just include that in the colour palette and have that one coming up the top there. I do really love these beautiful frames. Of course, my photo is too big, but I don't mind chopping the frame down a bit. Let's see if I can do that. So if I were to pretend to tuck that under there, then I can bring the flowers out a little bit further. Perfect. Tucking under there, cut that there, and there. I'll tuck that. We have sort of a half an inch there. Chop a little bit off this one. Too big. Tuck that in there. So deep. I'll do like that. Not just like that. Round off as if it was meant to be rounded off, not just flat. Right. I think that's going to be the essence of the layout. Now, often I would choose to do some extra splatter, but I'm really trying to stick to what's actually included in the kit so that you can see how much the kit it actually includes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of these beautiful little, they dress my craft, and they call them clear water droplets. They're absolutely beautiful, and just going to pop them in a little tray. They've got different sizes from little ones, and they just add a little bit of, I don't know, and if you put them on top of something, they magnify what's underneath. So you can have some really gorgeous effects. Just make this layout just oomph it up a little bit. So a few of the medium ones I think might be nice, on a flower, like so. Oops, not upside down though, that doesn't work. Now, I don't want too many, but just a couple sprinkled around. I think that adds just a tiny bit. Especially great on water layouts, but also pretty cool on any layout. Alright, so now that's the main idea. What I need to do is the title. Now this little puppy dog, it's called Daisy. had a nickname because she was quarter poodle. Her nickname was Daisy Doodle Quarter Poodle. And essentially that's what we called it. Like when we called her, we called her Daisy Doodle Quarter Poodle. And she spent an awful lot of time at my house. My kids loved her. So that's what I'm going to put on there, Daisy Doodle Quarter Poodle. So I'm going to stick these letters down and then I'm going to stick all the rest down. So I think I'm going to put Daisy Doodle Quarter Poodle, which is why I haven't stuck her down my little gorgeous glass bits because we don't want them in the way. So now these stickers, you've got to be careful because they often bend. So I tend to bend the backing, and sometimes the backing comes with the sticker. So I try to make sure that I keep that down and then bring it up. Now, you've got to think that there's a lot of letters in Daisy Doodle Quarter Poodle. But I did, on a scratch piece of paper, work out how many of each I needed. And this set, which is included in this kit, which is, you know, a thicker set called Brighton, has enough to do Daisy Doodle Quarter Poodle. How impressive is that? So I might try and get this straight. And all the stuff is this, and I think they do stock this or something very similar at Crazy Craft Obsession. But that certainly helps you get the letters straight. So D, A, and like I was saying, if you fold it just underneath the letter, then you're not at much risk of folding the letter itself. And then you can see, I don't know if you can see in this one here, I'll bring it up to try. You can see how right there the backing is coming off. So I can just carefully, gently encourage that to not come off. And I'm not bending the letter, I'm bending the paper just underneath it. And then I can hold that paper down and lift the letter slowly without bending it. Because if you bend it, and I have bent it a little, you just get a little crease in the letter. I don't know if you can see that. Not very well, but just on this little thing here, there's a crease, which I was trying to avoid. Daisy. Yes, folds. Daisy. Now, I'm sure you don't want to watch me stick down all the rest of Daisy Doodle and Quarter Poodle. I'll come back when I've done that and I've stuck down all those elements and show you what it is when it's finished. Okay, I have stuck everything down, added some dimension in just a few spots. I am quite happy with how that has come about. So as these little glass things dry, they'll go clear. Just try and give you a bit of a closer look at all the elements. Very happy with that. So really, the only thing I used was a knife that I didn't, and some glue. So just get the kit, everything else you need is included. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope to see you again soon. And don't forget to pick up your May Crazy Kit. Bye.